What's up guys, I'm Danny. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for stopping by. I make candles. My business name is Amber and Oak. I love to make videos here on YouTube about the behind the scenes of running a small business. So today's video is just going to be a random studio vlog, some updates on what's going on. I have a few things I need to unpack that just came in the mail. Have like an idea, I guess, for a new sample kit. This is something I want to provide for my customers, whether they're wholesale customers or retail customers, a way to sample my candles without breaking the bank too much. So there's Flush Packaging, right? If you guys haven't heard, there's a company called Flush Packaging and they create these really beautiful, really effective shipping solutions and packaging solutions that are just a little bit out of my budget right now. The shipping price from California to New York is super high, so it makes the cost of goods for each cardboard box to make like a sample kit of like 6 candles really high, and they don't exactly have one that works with the jars I want to use, which usually I just do sample kits around the holidays because it is a lot of extra work to just make all these tiny candles on top of the regular size candles. But usually I use these 2-ounce glass jars that are amber and they have gold lids and they match my regular jars perfectly. I adore them, but Flush Packaging does not have at this time an option for their boxes that fit those jars. So what I would have to do is use tins. Surprisingly, tins can be a little expensive. It's crazy how, I mean, it's unexpected, I guess. So I'm trying to kind of make my own thing, and that's what I did around the holidays is I just used a box and I filled it with craft shred and I put all 6 of the scents in the box, and I love the way it looks. It's really cute. It's really put together. It's ideal. Presentation wise, product wise, it kind of could be a gift, but because of how much it costs to make it, I do have to charge over $30 for this sample kit. And I kind of want a way to allow my customers or potential customers to sniff the candles without spending that much money. And I'm trying to figure out how I can possibly do it. And the way that I'm possibly going to do it is not really going to be very profitable for me. So maybe it's a silly decision, but also on the other hand, I do feel like samples are kind of an introduction to a product where you can gain a customer for a long period of time. Like they can gain trust in your scents by just purchasing this. So it could be good, and it's also good to give these out for wholesale clients. So, or like have an option for wholesale clients to purchase them at a price, or even I can give them a discounted price if they are looking to place a large wholesale order. And there's tea light packs. I don't love that they're plastic. You can get the metal ones, but a lot of time they come crushed in the mail. I just haven't found the ideal setup for tea lights that I personally love. And then the packaging is also like, I've had tea light boxes, but they roll around in the box. You have to find the perfect size box, which yeah, I would do that if I felt like that was like what I wanted to do. And in the past, I've just filled it up with a little bit of craft shed to kind of cushion it a little bit. And then of course there's wax melts, and you can do a wax melt sample kit, and they make cavity molds that you can, plastic, but then you can get like an eco-friendly craft outer box for it where you can pour in each void or in each square of the pack of wax melts that you're going to send to the customer. You can pour a different scent. But in my head, now I don't know if this is nuts, but I'm like, if they open it, I feel like they're going to smell everything at once. And I, being more sensitive to scents, surprisingly, I just have learned to like withstand the extremely high fragrance loads of like pouring lots of candles down here. But in general, like if I was to pick up a wax melt sample kit and all of the scents were all in the same container and I had to like pop them out and separate them to really get a good idea of what they smelled like, it would kind of throw me off a little, I think. I don't know. I might do this in the future, but right now I'm thinking that's not the route I would like to go. So I'm trying to come up with my own thing, and I don't know if this is my own thing. I just personally have not seen it anywhere. I am kind of coming up with it in my own head as far as I know. Kind of a different way to do wax melt samples where they're all separated. Now, yes, I do give free wax melt samples in every order that are in a little eco-friendly kind of glassine wax paper bag. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a wax paper bag. And it's a single square wax melt, and then I put a sticker on it. And yeah, I could do a pack of those, but I wanted to give it a more elevated look. So I'll show you what I got. I wanted to keep this as cost-effective, small samples. So I figured, can you see this? I got this pack of 0.5 ounce tiny little tins on Amazon, and not the best price per tin for doing what I'm doing, but I'm gonna see what it comes out to cost of goods wise when I have the final product together. But they're tiny gold tins. And then I also got, I'll show you in a minute, but I got these muslin cloth natural bags. So I figured for my signature collections, what I'm gonna start off with this is just to put a single wax melt in each one of these, have a label on the outside, and put them in a bag and have it be under $20. And then the customer can get a wax melt, just one small wax melt of each signature scent. They can use it. They can literally use it in a wax melter, or they can just sniff it cold to get an idea. And it will be less expensive than the price of one full-size 9-ounce candle. Instead of taking the chance on a candle, they can get the sampler pack first and then decide what they want. They also get to use them as wax melts. I don't know. I got these, came in a 2-pack, pretty small. It's just like a little disc of a mold. But I'll pour like a row of each scent. And I'm gonna start off with a small quantity because this is truly just like a test. I don't know if it's gonna be successful or not, but it's fun to think about, and I think that it might be helpful for some people. So that's what I am brainstorming and working on now. Well, not now, but that's coming probably this weekend or this week. I may start pouring them. I ordered some labels because printing on circles to me is just such a nightmare. I can't ever, oh, my light shut off. I don't know what happened. It was plugged in, but I guess it wasn't plugged in all the way. I don't know what's going on, but that's pretty much the long and short of it. Is I'm trying to come up with a sampler pack that's affordable to sell on my website so customers can get an idea of what the candles smell like, but it's more affordable than a larger size mini candle set. Yeah, or travel candle set, something like that. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. And then I'm also testing a new jar, new wick format. This is a jar from glassnow.com, and I've always admired their vessels, but I've never purchased any, and I went for it for this limited edition candle that I'm coming out with in the spring. It's just going to be a one-off, and hopefully going to work with a charity on this. So I'm just getting everything together, figured out for that. But I tried a CD14 in this with my soy wax, and it tunneled bad, and I don't love going higher than CD18, CD16, just because as the wick gets thicker and bigger, naturally it just will mushroom more. CD wicks are known to mushroom. I don't mind the mushrooming with the CD wicks because it performs really well with my wax, but I don't love when you blow out a really big wicked candle and there's a ton of smoke and there's a bigger mushroom as the wick gets bigger. Aesthetically, really is what it is. So I, after finding out that it tunneled with CD14, didn't want to go bigger, so I ended up double wicking it with super tiny CD wicks, and it's going really well. I'm just test burning it. I've been power burning it for a few hours now. I'm just kind of letting it burn all day, seeing how it does with an abuse burn, and the performance has been amazing. I mean, the flames are nice and small and controlled. They're like, I love a small flame that's so strong and like just doesn't waver, it doesn't fade. And the throw has been really great. I'm using oak moss and amber with another oil in a blend for this candle, and it just, the basement smells so good. I never get sick of oak moss and amber from Candle Science. Yeah, testing this. This guy will be burning around here. There's a lot of clutter back here, maybe somewhere else. maybe over here. And then I have to pack some Valentine's Day orders. I am very grateful for the orders I got for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is not a really big holiday for candles for me personally. Yeah, it's definitely somewhat significant, but it's nothing compared to the holidays. So it always kind of feels like a roller coaster. You question yourself. You have imposter syndrome. You feel like your business is failing after the holidays. Have you been there? I've been there every year, and I forget that this is a natural like ride, and I just go to the worst case scenario. And that's kind of where I was. And then I thought about it and I was like, hey, I have a lot of email subscribers, people who willingly signed up for email notifications. I don't love sending them out. Maybe have only done it once before, if that. I don't even know if it went through because I'm really new to figuring out like email marketing and anything like that. I love to just genuinely connect on Instagram, but I've had a couple customers reach out and say, hey, like, do you ever send emails out about product launches or back in stock notifications? Because I don't really go on Instagram that much. I'm trying to step away from social media, and I would love to be notified in email. So taking that into consideration, I did a 10% off Valentine's Day sale, noticing that I had inventory left over. Not left over, it's not Valentine's Day yet, but you know, I'm seeing the holiday approaching. I'm seeing some inventory on the shelves. I'm like, I want this moved out. I don't want to be stuck with it. So I did a 10% off sale, sent an email blast out, and I got a bunch of orders directly from that. It was really, really amazing, and I'm very grateful and appreciative. So I'm going to pack some of those orders now. So I'm going to pack the Eternal Lovers order now. It's one single candle. Can you guys see this over here? I love this new water activated tape. I do feel like I didn't properly put the roll in because it keeps like popping up on me, the roll of tape. So I should probably read the instructions manual, but I don't love doing that. Get my squats in. I always over order these candle care cards for seasonal things too. Eek. I don't love the waste. I'm gonna have to try to be better with that. I would love to find a cuter way to do this. I've just been putting like all my wax melt free samples in a box. Hidden library. I do have a lot of orders to move through, and I also have some wholesale orders going on right now, which I'm so thankful for and so exciting. It's weird because going into 2025, let me just write her name on here before I forget whose this is. Caroline. With a K. I love that. I write what's in there too, just in case. Yeah, I went into 2025 with not a hard goal, but kind of like, I want to just kind of dive more into wholesale this year. I want to gain more wholesale customers this year and be in more shops. It was just like a loose goal for myself. Like, this is what I'm gonna shift more focus to in the coming year. And without starting anything, I did get a bunch of offers or, wholesale orders. So I have one upstairs that's ready to be dropped off to a dream wholesale client. They own properties, Airbnbs, upstate New York, cabins. It would be a dream to stay there, to be honest. It's like the perfect match for my candles, and I'm really excited. And I'm kind of like, how did that happen? It's just like connecting with the right people on Instagram and like our styles matching and our visions matching. And then I need to work on some candles that are going to be sold in a farm marketplace out east. And that, when I first started my small business, oh my gosh, like if you asked me where I would ideally want my candles sold, it would be a farm market or at a farm stand. I would love my own farm stand too. Also kind of into the idea of flower farming. I actually watch a lot of flower farmers on YouTube. I did like micro flower farming at my mom's. I had like 5 different beds and would collect them and dry them, and I use them in my packages for my candle orders. And I do some dried bouquets, but Gosh, I'm really going off on a tangent here. Very chatty. But yeah, I'm so grateful for these orders. I need to pour some candles later today or tomorrow. And yeah, a couple different wholesale orders that just bam, all at the same time in January and February. And that's been keeping me busy and keeping my business more afloat during like slower times after the holidays. So next one is the Greenhouse and Eternal Lovers. Oh my gosh, I've been sniffing the greenhouse a lot lately just because I need that fix of like green plants this time of year. Oh, it's not plugged in. Oh my, we've forgotten. Let's put a little piece of tape. While my hot glue gun is heating up for the wax seal, I think I'm gonna pull the other orders. Okay, so the next few orders, one is a gift for someone sending a gift to a friend. I'm going to write a handwritten note just because I actually know who it's going to personally as well. It's like a mutual friend. And then, yeah, her other one. So she got the homestead for herself and she's sending Barefoot Frolic to a friend. She messaged me and just was seeking advice for which aroma or which candle scent that I have available right now would be the best for someone who needs some uplifting and is going through some hard times. So I said Barefoot Frolic because it is a blend of lavender and cedar and sandalwood, so it's very grounding, but it also has those aromatherapy benefits of the lavender where it's uplifting and calming, and I always feel like it provokes like a very positive mood. So yeah, I'm gonna grab those. This is the brand of packing peanuts I use. It's Renature, the biodegradable peanuts. They dissolve in water. And when I'm done with the bag, like I am now, it's an empty bag, I actually use it as a garbage bag in my garbage can down here to also reuse the plastic of the bag. I try my best. One thing I will say that I use a lot as a candle maker in the studio, and if anyone else has any tips for this to reduce this, I use a lot of paper towels and I try to reuse the same paper towel, but if you're cleaning something with wax, the wax cools pretty quickly on that paper towel. So what I often do is like take one sheet of paper towel and I will rip it to multiple pieces in order to use less paper towels. This is for cleaning mostly, or if there's wax on my candle jars, like cleaning that off if there's a significant amount of wax that I need to clean off. I don't want to use a microfiber cloth. I will use microfiber cloth for smaller messes with this, but say like, hey, like look at this. I don't know if you can see this. Going off topic here, but around the rim, it gets stuck in the threading, all of this wax. If I use a microfiber cloth and then try to put it in my, I don't know, like I feel like I'm gonna ruin my washing machine, right? And I've like had microfiber cloths get messed up from too much wax, so I will use a lot of paper towels. Long story short, a lot of paper towels are used more than I'm comfortable with in the candle studio, and I don't feel like I've seen anyone really talk about that and how to like reduce that or what else they're using. I've used the blue paper towels that are super absorbent that you can really get a lot of use out of like one sheet. So maybe I can switch back to those. They do cost more than just regular paper towels though. What do you guys use to clean up your wax? If you're another candle maker, what are your tips on reducing that use? And guys, I really appreciate you being here. Just wanted to pause and take a moment and say like thank you for being here with me today as I'm working. I really enjoy your company and I appreciate the support and just you watching and being interested enough to watch. I don't know. I'm just repeating myself at this point, but you know what I mean. Okay, you're still not heated up. I think that actually is not working. That outlet is not working right now. It's just not working. It just doesn't turn on. Okay, so now we have to wait for that to heat up again because was not heating up in that outlet. I'm just putting a couple extra. I don't know why I'm nervous with this. I could just use 1 or 2 pieces and it's good, but I've been putting 3. Also, should probably print some more stickers out because because I don't have enough for all the orders I need to pack today. All right, let's go print some stickers. All right, we're back in action with the wax sealing hot glue gun, and I'm going to finish packing orders. Just gonna get this done real quick, and then I will check in with you in a little bit. I'm completely sold out of Forbidden Romance, and I only have a couple left of my 2 other Valentine's Day scents. Yay! Also, I just looked at that video. I had a packing peanut in my hair, like a piece of it. Where is it? Guys, tell me where it is. All right, so what's going on over here? We have spring scents. They don't smell like spring because I'm doing something kind of different and weird. I don't know, different and weird. It's just kind of like my own way of doing a spring collection because I don't love floral scents. I have like one that's semi-floral green and the rest are their own thing. So this is something I started doing the other night because I had some downtime waiting for deposits to come in for wholesale orders, but now I've received those deposits, so I need to start pouring those wholesale orders, and spring can wait a second. So I'm gonna move them to the bakery rack over here and make space to wick some jars to get the wholesale orders poured sooner. This is like too many candles for the weight of these trays, so I actually have to break this up and label them so I know what's what on the rack because they're not labeled yet, they're just poured. And honestly, if you see these light panels, it's because I can't really hide them when I'm doing a wider shot like this. So yeah, this is how I light my videos because I'm in a basement, so I apologize for like the awkward light. Hopefully it's not hurting your eyes. Oh no, I'm out of space again. Here we go. Okay, all right. Why don't I just do this? Hello? Discovering new things, you know? This back. So this wholesale customer is ordering 6 Hidden Library, 6 Barefoot Frolic, 6 Old Stone Cottage, and 6 Outlaw, which Outlaw is a retired scent of mine. I don't have any custom printed labels for it, but I can print them from my computer on the 2x2 craft labels. So that's what I offered because they wanted to bring that scent back, and honestly, the location is just so perfect for this fragrance. Like I have Hidden Library, I have Old Stone, I have over there. So I have some back stock that I can actually pull from this order, so I don't have to necessarily pour those immediately. Those could be just put in a box and they're ready for the customer, but I do need to pour the Outlaw. So I'm just gonna wick 6 for now. And then I have another order coming in for Outlaw as well, wholesale, but I didn't get the deposit yet. So I'm not gonna pour those yet just because I don't keep it in stock. So I'm just gonna do a little batch of 6 with you right now. Usually this is covered in candles, so this is kind of nice. Organize my wicks in these bins, and it's pretty nice to be able to just pull and know which jar they go to, but I did run out of space already, and I have some sharing space with other wicks in assorted bins. So they're all still in their packaging so I can see what size they are, but run out of space when you start doing different size vessels and need different types of wicks for different fragrance oils and whatever. So that's that. I'll wick a couple more for Hidden Library because I am getting low. So just to keep up with that, I'll make some of those too. And it'll actually blend very well with these 2 scents being made together in the same studio. To make the numbers easy as I am pouring them, I'm just going to do a batch of 6 Hidden Library as well. And these actually use the same wick, so let me go grab those again. I'm testing out some of the new Candle Science fragrance oils this weekend or this week coming up. I made a few tester candles, and they're not to the 2-week cure point, but I like to test within like 5 days because sometimes with my wax, they're ready to go. With certain fragrance oils, they just don't need that full 2 weeks of cure time. Most of them don't, but it just really depends on the oil, and I don't know, it varies, but I'm excited. I'm gonna be testing out spun cotton. I poured a tester with just spun cotton. And if you haven't seen my review and unboxing, my first impressions kind of the new Candle Science fragrance oils, I will leave the link down below if I can remember, but it's in my videos. Go check it out. They have some really awesome new scents, and they are really great for, like this collection specifically is really great for someone who's more into like natural, atmospherical scents. They are, but there's still a few like sweet ones. There's vanilla cake pop, and there's warm croissant. I actually made a tester with warm croissant. Then I did a couple blends like Apothecary and Baltic Dew. I did a blend with Apothecary and spun cotton. Usually I will be like, okay, I think I can do something with this and this. Let me blend them with this percentage and see how it performs in a candle. And if it performs well after testing, then I will put it into a collection, whether it be seasonal or signature. But this time I'm like, let me just make them for fun, you know, let me just see what they smell like. I do have summer figured out already for the most part. I'm actually waiting on 2 testers to see if they perform well. But yeah, probably like 5 or 6 summer scents, maybe 5. Need to chill with the summer and spend a good amount of time planning for fall because I was like scrambling a little bit this past year, 2024 fall, and pour earlier. But yeah, I don't know. I've got like some fun ideas coming for summer. And I'm starting to pour spring, as you've seen, just in the very early stages. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm gonna take a break now. I maybe want to take a walk around the block. We're supposed to get a snowstorm this weekend, so it's gonna be weather outside. And it's very sunny out today, so I think I'm just gonna do a quick little walk around the block, check the mailbox, maybe drop those packages off actually too. Run out, need to get a couple food items, not like scrambly emergency snowstorm items, just like we're out of things, and I'm gonna go grab a few things and then I'll come back here and maybe I'll pour these with you if you'd like to see this. We're back and I actually got a payment for another wholesale order that included the Outlaw candles as well, so I can actually pour all of them together for the Outlaw, and that's 8 plus 6 for the other order. And then this second wholesale order includes Hidden Library as well, so I'm going to add more Hidden Library to the pour to make sure I cover that order as well as keep up with my retail stock for Hidden Library. And I'm just going to wick these jars. Digiboil's on, warming up. It's going to take a while. I also like to write down my fragrance oil ounces for each pitcher, how much wax is going in each pitcher, how much fragrance oil I need to pour. That way when I am in the middle of checking temperatures and all that, all I have to do is glance and say, okay, I need to pour out this much wax into the pitcher and I need to add this much fragrance oil. Either that or I will pre-pour out the fragrance oils all measured out already. So that's something I will do, especially when I'm pouring bigger batches in multiple pitchers. It's just a more foolproof way to not mess up your candle batches. I actually have Hidden Library measured out, running low, but I will pre-blend any kind of original scent blends of mine. So Hidden Library is a blend of 3 different oils, and I put it in these glass bottles so that it stays fresh for longer. And yeah, I even made videos on how I did that as well, where I got these glass bottles from, and I also got smaller sized plastic bottles that are safe, where the fragrance oil will not eat through them. It's like a specific type of plastic that I double checked with the suppliers that it was okay to keep these fragrance oils stored in for X amount of time. So up to a year, up to 6 months, depending on the supplier and depending on the fragrance oils. If you want those links, they'll be in one of those blending videos that I'll leave in the description box down below. But yeah, I just like measured out each blend and pre-made them. So all I have to do is dump it out of here. I feel like I'm like so tired now. I feel like I'm taking forever to explain what I'm trying to explain, and I hope it's helpful. That is the goal of every video. I hope there's something entertaining or helpful for you here. Really sunny, warm in here with all these lights. Kind of loving it. Guys, I can't lie to you right now. I am so tired. I ate dinner and I'm like crashing, but I'll be okay. Just gonna do this and then go to bed after. I've been pouring my fragrance oil into the stainless steel cups. I love them so much more. So for Outlaw, I'm gonna have to pour 4.6 ounces twice. We went over. That's the thing here, is I don't know where that funnel went. Oh, here it is. Now I gotta pour more in. It's hard to get it exact. That's where I wear gloves, because the oil just gets everywhere no matter what. No matter how neat you try to be, it really does get everywhere. What I'll usually do is I'll put a pitcher on my scale, and then I'll just collect wax from the Digiboil over here. Pour from there into the weighed out scale pitcher. I'm using a larger scale behind me. This is also a tip I got from Kerry from Couture Home and Body. Shout out to Kerry. Common sense I didn't have. I would always catch this with like another pitcher or like a paper towel, which paper towel goes in the garbage. I'm just catching any dripping wax from my Digiboil with a silicone mold, so I can just pop it right back in and no waste. Thanks, Kerry. Better late than never, right? It's like I'm really layered in here with this thick sweater, but let's get you cooled down a little bit by stirring. Yeah, we're coming down now. Cheers. My intrusive thoughts tell me that was the wrong amount of wax, even though I checked 60 times. Turn you off. Stopwatch. Ooh, I have not smelled the Outlaw in so long, and this is like a very concentrated version when you're standing right by the pictures, but it really does smell so good. It's like sandalwood and leather and tobacco, and you get like those pipe tobacco-y notes in there too. Kind of smells like a grandpa's couch or grandpa's favorite chair, grandpa's armchair scent. That's just plain wax, no fragrance oil going back in. If I have leftover plain wax, I will just pour it back in. There's no fragrance oil going in my Digiboil. I would never be able to get that out. And then hopefully we'll be at the same temperature at the same time so we can cheers it again. Very exciting, let me tell you, very exciting. So guys, I want to know in the comments how you're doing. Are you planning out your spring lines? Are you thinking about starting a candle business? Are you thinking about starting a craft business of a different type? Are you thinking about starting a soap business? How is your clay pottery business going? Anything that you've been up to, any hobby that you've been interested in, I would love to hear about what's kind of getting you through these darker months, because this is really a blessing, like filming these videos for you guys, and also being able to have a small business from home is really helpful for my mental health this time of year. All right, you're ready? This guy's ready. Start the timer. Let's go. I'm gonna post a little Instagram story with you guys right now. Okay, and I'm just gonna wait for these to cool a little bit before pouring them. I do a double pour to try to reduce the amount of like smoothing I have to do with the heat gun on the top. I do apologize also for any of the noises in the background. I have the boiler room right next to me. We're in the same room, essentially. It's just separated by a wall, but there's vents. And it's been cold out, so you will hear that kicking on like it is now. Even in the summer, you hear it because of the central air. It's like the noisiest spot for filming. Don't get me wrong, I am over the moon grateful to have this space. I just wanted to let you guys know when you hear that noise in the background. I wish I could eliminate it. I can't. I do my best with noise cancellation with the mic. So good. I love a woody masculine smokiness. I know some people aren't really a fan of that, but I love it. This is how you know I love what I'm doing. I am so tired right now, and I have to stop after this because I know like my limits, but I wish I could just keep going and keep making. I just feel very happy when I'm doing this, and I also have the urge to just sit down and edit this whole video right now because I also love filming and editing videos. Oh no, I feel like I should probably just read a book though and like disconnect for a bit. Okay, I have these sleeves. Hello. I'll put some wick centering guys on there after I pour Hidden Library. Hidden Library smells so good too. Sorry, I'm not trying to be full of myself here, but I really love coming up with blends. It is just so fun. Guys, I just love scents. I love blending. I love making fun blends. One blend I'm really excited to test out is something with Candle Science's new Solar Petals and Tangerine. It just seems like the cold throw is outstanding already, and I feel like it's gonna be a win. I can just yap, can't I? I just keep yapping. But you know what? After I yap and I'm editing, I think to myself, I need to cut all this out because no one wants to hear this. I just want to see you make candles. And I think I'm wrong. I feel like you guys might like to hear me yap, and that's why you're here. If I just like show up as my authentic self, authentic self on here, It's just so much more enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, I love the sit-down educational videos. I really love them because it motivates me to kind of sit down and come up with more of a structured video format. Kind of feels like homework a little bit, and that's fun. But these casual, chatty vlogs are also where my heart is at, because I'm just like in my studio by myself, but you guys are with me. In a way, I feel like less alone, so thank you. Appreciate ya. Okay, the wicks are getting in the way. The wicks are getting in the way. Get out of the way. I'm a very goofy person, and I oftentimes will cut a lot of that out when I'm editing, because I think that this is a business video. This should be more serious. Nobody wants to see the weirdness of you. But I don't know. Let me know if you like seeing the silliness or you want it to be straight to the point. I will do a mix. How about that? I got a sweet message from a subscriber or a viewer. I'm not sure if they were subscribed, but they just let me know that they really liked my videos and they found them very helpful, and they're starting to make candles as a hobby, and they want to turn it into a candle business. So I wish them the best of luck, like I do anyone else who is watching in order to gain some tips about the candle business world. And it really made my day. Your messages really make my day and help me know that I am doing the right thing here as far as like creating the type of content that you like to see. Because that is what it's all about. Like, otherwise, what's the point, right? Sure, I like it. I can just talk into the void to myself, but I want to make the stuff that you want to watch. Okay, I will return to pour the rest in just a little bit. Okay, we're ready. Let's finish this up, baby. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos of mine. I'm going to finish pouring these tops with this pretty cooled wax. And I will see you in another video very soon. Thank you for keeping me company today. I really, really enjoyed it.